In a touching display of family pride and K-pop camaraderie, Jin of BTS was recently spotted at Gocheok Sky Dome, not only attending TXT's concert, but doing so accompanied by his own mother and father. The rare public sighting added a new layer to the emotional narrative between the two HYB groups, highlighting both Jin's role as a supportive senior and a devoted son. Late in the evening, as TXT's ACT Tomorrow show reached its emotional crescendo, fans captured priceless footage of Jin entering the venue alongside his parents, holding their hands gently and leading them to their seats. Dressed casually yet thoughtfully, the trio was framed by the soft glow of venue lights, exuding warmth and familial affection. Inside, Jin watched the concert with unguarded admiration, his eyes lighting up during TXT's high-energy performances and his smile softening during their ballads. At one point, he encouraged fans to stand and cheer, urging his parents to embrace the atmosphere. The moment was equal parts joyful and grounding, a profound reminder that beneath the global spotlight stood a young man who has never forgotten the importance of home. Fans reacted instantly, flooding social media with comments like, "Seeing him there with his parents watching TXT, it was like witnessing the passing of the torch." Videos of the moment spread rapidly, accompanied by captions such as, "Jin, idol, son, role model." The significance lies deeper. This was not only a personal family moment, but also a symbolic bridge connecting generations of idols within the same label, one who has already walked the road and another who is just beginning to pave it. TXT's members reportedly noticed Jin and his parents as well. Several fan accounts described seeing heartfelt exchanges backstage after the concert. Handshakes that briefly turned into embraces, shy grins, and mutual bows that spoke volumes about the legacy being built. While HYB issued no official statement about Jin's attendance, the image, a simple moment of family unity and intergenerational respect, has spoken louder than any press release. AS Army, MOA, and fans everywhere continue to buzz. That one evening will be remembered not just as a concert night, but as a snapshot of something deeply human, beautifully timeless, and quietly profound. As the final encore played and confetti filled the air, Jin was seen standing and clapping alongside his mother and father, his face glowing with pride and affection. Observers near him noted how he turned to his parents, gesturing animatedly as if sharing stories about the performance, possibly reflecting on his own early days as a performer on that very same stage. The sight of a K-pop icon engaging so naturally and lovingly with his parents left many fans visibly moved. Backstage sources later shared that Jin met with TXT members after the concert, accompanied by his parents. The brief exchange between generations, though private, carried symbolic weight. TXT members reportedly bowed deeply to Jin's parents, a sign of deep respect in Korean culture, while Jin watched with a soft smile, subtly encouraging the humility and grace he himself is known for. The presence of Jin's family in such a public setting may seem minor, but in an industry often characterized by non-stop schedules, curated appearances, and carefully managed personas, the moment was refreshingly real. It reminded fans that behind the glitz and glamour is a man rooted in family, humility, and genuine admiration for his fellow artists. Fans began circulating photos of Jin holding a light stick in one hand and his father's hand in the other, capturing an unforgettable image of strength and tenderness. Comments like, "This is the most wholesome thing I've seen in K-pop this year," and "Jin is not just a role model on stage, but off stage as a son and sunbae too," flooded social platforms. AS Jin quietly exited the venue later that evening, shielding his parents from the spotlight and gently guiding them toward the waiting car. Fans cheered softly, not out of frenzy, but out of reverence. It was a rare moment of human sincerity in the roaring noise of fame. In that calm, graceful exit, Jin proved once again why he holds the title Worldwide Handsome, not just in looks, but in the quiet, powerful way he lives his values. With this latest appearance, fans are left wondering what's next. Will Jin take more public steps toward mentoring younger artists like TXT? Or will he continue carving out his solo legacy while carrying forward the traditions that made BTS iconic? Either way, one thing is clear. Jin walks his path not just as an idol, but as a son, a senior, and a symbol of heart in an industry often starved of it. As the evening progressed and fans left the stadium still buzzing with energy, Jin and his parents remained momentarily in the VIP lounge, away from the eyes of most media. According to witnesses, Jin was calm and attentive, quietly speaking with his mother while occasionally gesturing toward the stage, as if explaining aspects of the show or expressing admiration for TXT's growth. His father nodded in agreement, clearly proud, not just of his son, but of the larger family Jin had built within the HYB label. Photos that have surfaced online show Jin helping his mother navigate the stairs with gentle care, while his father trailed close behind. It's not often that idols are seen in such close and casual familial proximity during major events, and fans were deeply moved. Many noted how it showed a side of Jin rarely seen since his debut. The doting son who, despite years of superstardom, still prioritized humility and home. Social media was quickly flooded with affectionate reactions. Comments like, "Jin is a true family man. He brings his parents to concerts, not just after parties, and seeing Jin with his mom and dad makes my heart burst. This is what real role models look like," began trending. For an industry often characterized by fast-paced fame and relentless expectations, Jin's unhurried presence with his parents felt like a reminder to slow down and cherish what matters. The sincerity of Jin's actions wasn't lost on TXT fans either. Amaze shared their appreciation, saying it was an honor to have Jin in the audience and that it added a profound sense of validation to TXT's performance. His presence signified more than just support. It was a passing of the torch, a visible sign of respect, and a symbol of trust in TXT's future. Though Jin made no formal announcement or appearance on stage, his impact was deeply felt. As he departed the venue, flanked by his parents and discreet staff, the crowd parted without pushing, many simply bowing, whispering their thanks, or holding up banners with his name. It was not the roar of a stage exit, but a quiet reverence, a wave of warmth that followed him all the way to the black car waiting outside. This moment now lives in fan memory as more than just a concert. It became a portrait of legacy, love, and the human depth behind an artist who continues to influence the world not only with his voice, but with his actions. Jin didn't need the spotlight this time to shine. Surrounded by family, supporting the next generation, he let his heart speak louder than any microphone could. As the night settled and the last of the stage lights dimmed, Jin's quiet departure left a lingering presence, soft, steady, and deeply human. In that moment, fans weren't just witnessing an idol's appearance. They were witnessing an echo of home. A touching fan-made illustration soon made the rounds. Jin, bathed in moonlight, standing beside a smaller figure symbolizing his parents, with TXT standing nearby in mutual respect, a lifeline between family and fandom. Accompanying the art was the caption, "A legacy isn't just what you leave, it's who stands with you." On social media, the scene became an emotional touchstone. One comment summed up what many felt. In a world that demands perfection, Jin chose presence. Another wrote, "He carried us all night, and his family too. That's the kind of leadership I want to follow." At the intersection of fandom and humanity, this night became a quiet revolution. No grand press conferences, no commercial campaigns, just a family, a friend's concert, and an unspoken message. Love and community matter most, because sometimes the most powerful image isn't staged. It's just someone choosing heart, amid the flashes, the music, and the grandeur, to stand where they belong, with people